As Australia became more multicultural, politicians began to reach out to growing communities of migrant Australians. This campaign song record was produced for the 1975 election and was written and performed by and for Greek Australians. It was the brainchild of Jim Caldus, a community organiser in Sydney and later a member of the New South Wales Upper House. Caldus wanted to target Greek Australians at the upcoming election, which was being held in the wake of the dismissal of the Whitlam government. The song is called December 13 and is a Greek language version of another song called Shame Fraser Shame. The lyrics are very critical of Malcolm Fraser, referring to his role as Defence Minister during the Vietnam War and calling him black in soul and unjust in spirit. The Greek lyrics were written by Demos Mexis, who played the piano during the recording session which he directed. Starting with a distinctive Greek sound, a bouzouki, it would have been unusual to a lot of Australians at the time, but to Greek migrants and their families, it would have been a familiar and evocative way of selling a message. The song was sent out to households in Sydney on these rather flimsy plastic records. They would have been played on a phonograph or a record player, but you probably couldn't play them very often if you wanted to keep them. This example may be in Greek, but we do have other campaign records from other elections in English in our collection, some of them almost 100 years old. Australia in 1975 was a different place than it had been even a decade before. Greek Australians were one of the larger groups that have settled in Australia, mostly in the decades following World War II. If you're from Melbourne, you may be familiar with the Greek milk bar, a staple of Melburnian life. It's no wonder some politicians decided to reach out to these growing voting blocs. By the 1980s, it was becoming fairly common to produce campaign material in multiple languages, and today you will often see posters and handbills in languages other than English when an electorate has a large migrant population.